Hello again and welcome back to Star Trek Online. Well, we are about to continue where we left off. I have no idea how far back it's going to get me, but I'm guessing it'll probably be at the very start of after the crash landing. That's just my guess, though. So we'll find out. We'll find out soon. Which means that we're backtracking a little bit. Yep, right at the start of the crash landing.
Spare the horses, Commander. I've had a lot of days better than this one.
Enemy vessel on sensors. They're targeting us.
Take evasive action.
They're firing to disable.
They want us alive.
Shields are gone. Impulse is failing.
Get us on the ground, Commander.
Crash position. Ready for impact.
They want us alive. Why is that?
Any landing you can walk away from, huh? Tricorder isn't showing any serious injuries. You'll live. Atmos breathable, but this is a Class P environment. The cold doesn't kill us. The Klingons will. No way they're gonna let us go now. We need shelter, and fast.
Damn. This place reminds me of some of the places my family dragged me to for a vacation back home. You really haven't lived until you go camping on Andoria. Makes this place look like Waikiki Beach.
Of course.
I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, Ensign. But those of us who didn't grow up on an ice moon aren't as amused. Emergency survival protocol. Break out the gear and supplies and find shelter. I don't want this weather finishing what the Klingons started.
I'll check the emergency compartment on the side of the shuttle. Eventually, I'll learn how to talk properly.
I'm reading some cave systems up on that mountainside. It might be a good place to set up camp. Maybe even a distress beacon. I can use the shuttle's emergency transporter to send Captain Lorca and another person there. Get them out of this wind and cold. It's only good for one transport, though.
Let's do that and head for shelter.
Hey, while I'm thinking about it, we lost some pieces of the shuttle while we were coming down. Some of that might be useful here. We should keep an eye out for anything we can easily salvage.
Understood. You better go with Lorca. We'll catch up with you. Alright, emergency transport.
We made it. Takes guts to beam into a cave with an emergency transporter mostly held together with wishful thinking. Now, we just need to get there ourselves. The old-fashioned way, on Shank's mare, through a frozen wasteland. You take me to all the best places, Ellen.
Let's get out of here before the Klingons show up, or worse still, fire from orbit. Alright. So we're back to where we started.
Worry about leaving tracks that the Klingons can follow?
See those ice formations? Temperatures get high enough to thaw, then refreeze.
So, the snow will probably melt enough to lose our tracks in the next few hours.
Right, and if it stays cold and humid, we'll get more snow anyway.
Makes sense.
Good news. Now we just have to worry about finding our way out of here.
One thing at a time. Well, last time we were here, there were a lot more spiders than I was expecting, so now I'm prepared for that.
Wait, you see those mounds of snow? Some of them are just going to be light powder, but some of those were built. Watch your step. There might be life forms in those. They might not like unwanted guests.
Got it.
Kerwin to team. My tricorder says there's a piece of the shuttle manifold near your position. Grab it if you can, okay? We could really use it.
We'll get that component. And there they are. on, take it out. There we go. There they are. I knew you were just round 1. And here comes round 3. Alright. See, now that seemed like a reasonable amount.
We got your widget, Kerwin. Never mind the beasties.
Sorry about that. I wonder if they were staying close to it for warmth.
Good work. Keep it coming. We're gonna need a lot more tricks to survive.
Most likely creatures that live on an ice planet. Well, they might have gone towards it for warmth. But the logic in my brain says that anything that lives regularly on an ice planet like this probably prefers it cold instead of warm. But who knows?
Fumaroles. I was wondering if we'd see any. Here they are. Look, geothermal activity pushes heated water up and forms those bubbling mud pools. Wouldn't recommend taking a dip though. The stuff is scalding.
Got it.
Kerwin here. I'm picking up another piece of debris near you. Looks like some live circuitry survived thanks to a Duralloy shell. Can you grab it for me? Thanks.
It's not in an obvious spot, probably somewhere among the geysers. Alright, now we got the big worms. Like this one here. Hi there, buddy. We're here to chop you up and spit you out. Alright, let's get this as quickly as we can. Get out of here before my companions get themselves killed again. Okay, get out. There we go. Ah, there's another one on the other side. Excuse me while I kiss the guys. There we go, and we're close enough to scan it without being within dangerous range. Wrong way. There we go. Taking the long way around so we can get all of these elements. Should only be 3 per level. So this one should be the last one. Also, probably the most important. Z particles. There we go. Oh, there's a 4th one over here. I won't say no to that. There we go. Hi there. You are not our main target, but we will kill you. Alright, more components gathered. More worms sliced in half. Alright. Some more worms. So now we're officially caught up to where we were the last time. We're actually past that point now, because we ended it with getting the final piece. So we should be all good. Oh, anaphasic entity went bye-bye. Alright, moving on.
Hey, you see that? Over by the rocks?
Yeah, I think it's another piece of the shuttle.
Okay. That looks like a cave.
What are these marks in the ice? Tracks of some kind?
It's big, whatever it is. Let's not wait to find out more.
Probably a good idea. No reason to wait around for something large and dangerous. Not when we're trying to survive. See, so we got 3 of the crew, and then 2 of my crew and myself. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Never thought I'd be happy to see a cave, but here we are. I can almost feel my toes again. This was a good choice. Defensible position, adequate shelter, picking up some water inside as well. Might be able to cobble up some fortifications by carving out some rock.
There's a start. Where's Lorca?
Looks like they're a little deeper in the cave. If I know Kerwin, he's probably hard at work cobbling a warp core together out of rocks, a hypo spray casing, and a belt buckle.
Thanks, Chief. Let's find out, shall we? Here's our little home away from home. Alright, checking on Lorca.
Captain Lorca's life signs are stable for now. His medical unit is functioning normally, and he didn't suffer any further wounds during the crash.
At least he's still alive.
Some good news for a change. Nice work, everyone. Let's set up camp. Kerwin, see if there's a way to send a coded distress beacon. To Pev, we need to know if there's anything we can use to survive around here.
Patil and I can start setting up a camp with our supplies. I'll reheat that rock that Kerwin heated up.
Nice. That'll be warm and cozy for a while.
Alright, let's make camp. Day 2. Alright, Captain.
Listen, I have to count on you. Landry's competent, but this might be too much for one person to manage.
We're in this together, Captain.
Yeah, we are. And we have to be prepared to fight. You and I both know it's only a matter of time before the Klingons find us. I need to know you'll be ready to make the hard call if it comes down to it.
Meaning?
You're dealing with Klingons. There's no room for weakness. The Vulcans know this. When you face Klingons, act from a position of strength whenever possible. When they come, you need to be ready to hit them hard. Give no quarter.
I'll be ready, Captain. I've fought Klingons before.
You have, but not like this. You might find yourself in a situation real soon where doing things by the book won't get the job done. And people depending on you will die, understand? Trust your instincts when it comes to that, not the regulations. Be prepared to make the hard call.
Difficult times like these are true test of one's commitment to principles, Captain. Don't worry, Captain, I don't plan to let the Klingons gain the upper hand.
Check in on the rest of the team. They need to stay motivated.
Of course. Okay, let's start with Kerwin.
Good morning. I'm still working on this transmitter. It's pretty banged up, I'm afraid. If only we had some more spare parts. I'll make it. And to think, I was considering becoming a holonovelist before I joined Starfleet. Good thing I picked up a few skills with transmitters and recorders.
Is there anything I can get to help?
Well, if you're serious about going out in that cold again, keep your eyes peeled for metal ores and deposits. Anything with magnesium, sulfur, or other reactive ores. Stuff like that. Stuff we can burn. Speaking of ores, we could also use magnetic or radioactive ores. Those I can use for primitive power cells.
What's your role on Landry's team?
I'm a technical security specialist. Computer security, encryption, force field, surveillance devices, explosives, the works. It's engineering, but, you know, without the engines. Little joke there.
What's your story, Kerwin?
I've actually known Landry since before we joined Starfleet. It was always something she really wanted to do. The chance to get out there, to live a bigger life. As for me, I was a video novelist for several years before she convinced me to join. I'm glad she did. On most days, anyway. Oh, and don't listen to Patel. I didn't join because I lost a bet with Landry. Honest.
I see. We're counting on you with that transmitter. I'll leave you to it. Supev?
I'm mixing up some nutrient broth from our supplies. Not the best smelling stuff, but it'll keep us alive. We're gonna need a lot of calories in this weather, so we should try to find more food if we can.
You think there's anything edible here?
Well, we've already seen some wildlife. We're likely to find some edible fungi or mosses in the caves. Maybe some root vegetation. I don't know if I'd want to nibble on anything more complex. The contents could be dangerous to us.
What's your role in Landry's team?
I'm an assault team specialist, close combat, automatic weapons, squad support. If it involves mixing it up in a fight, that's in my area of expertise. Two-time Ushan champion back in my hometown. It's got me through a few scrapes with Klingons. They thought their batlets were the last word in close combat. They thought wrong.
Clearly, you're still standing.
Damn right. Combat isn't Starfleet's top priority. But sometimes we have to fight to protect what we value. Klingons are finding out what Vulcans have known for a long time. Andorians know how to fight. We fight to win.
Do you have any plans when we get out of here?
Yeah. I have a family back on Andoria. 2 wives and a husband. And we're all eagerly awaiting a young one any day now. We all knew that signing on to Starfleet would make career demands on my time, of course. But I'll be glad when this is over and I have a chance to see them again.
I expect we'll all be due some shore leave once we make it off this moon.
There was an Earthwriter who wrote that young men always feel the need to get married, or get in uniform, or both at the same time. I wound up doing the latter. I just don't like leaving opportunities on the table. The chance to have a family and the chance to serve are both too important for me to let them pass by.
Alright, hold on to that attitude and we'll see where we go from here. Okay, last but not least, the lovers.
It's not luxury accommodations on Ryza, but at least the cave's secure. We need some more food. If something indigenous proves to be edible. Our emergency rations will get us through a few days, but that's all.
How are you holding up?
I'm here. Watching the Baran go. That was a hard hit for all of us. We lost a lot of friends up there. Right now, I think we need to get warmer. This cold's taking a toll, even in the cave out of the wind. Maybe Kerwin could figure a way to insulate the walls a little.
What's your role in Landry's team?
As Chief of Security, I do a lot of team management, strategy, and planning. My specialties are in operational readiness and field leadership. Basically, it's my job to keep every one of my people in top form, and to deploy them where their skills will do the most good.
What's the story between you and Landry?
Ellen and I have served together for some time. If you mean personally, well, let's just say that the captain is aware, and he's given us the usual speech about how personal relationships can interfere with work, and so far, he's trusted us to be professional, which we've been.
So Captain Lorca doesn't interfere as long as it doesn't affect your work.
That's right. He's a pragmatist, and so is Ellen. She's really good at getting things done. She's not afraid to take a hard look at a tough situation and getting down to business. She tells me I have my head in the clouds sometimes, but I think she likes it, honestly.
Make sure to get something warm to eat. I'll check on the others. Alright, Landry.
Doing the rounds, eh? Making sure your team's ready for what's ahead? Good call. I'd do the same. What's ahead? Yeah! Not a lot of good news there. Stranded on a frozen rock, no rescue in sight, and the sky belongs to the Klingons right now. Klingons! Beginning to wish I'd never laid eyes on them.
We're still in one piece, and that's what counts.
Good point. The captain's still alive, and Amna, Commander Patel, still with me, still with us. Starfleet trains us to deal with adversity. We'll figure something out. For now, let's see if we can scrape what we need to survive from this rock while we're here.
Come on, let's get moving. Alright, gotta search the fumaroles for materials.
Losing the Baran. I don't have much left. But I am ready to fight for it. For them. My people from the Baran, they're my family. Starfleet, they give us tools and training, sure. But the most important thing that they give us is each other.
Alrighty then. So more worm killing. Alright, wait for it. There we go. Boiling hot mud. And we're good. Moving on before we die. Okay, did we lose one of our own? I'm fairly certain we did. I don't see his body anywhere though. Never mind, he's behind me. Okay, moving on. Hello, worm boy. Goodbye, worm boy. Never mind, you were still alive, but now you're dead. Your timing couldn't have been worse. Alright, here we go. Harvest materials.
That should be enough. Let's go.
Alright, heading out. Stay away from the muck. Whoa, that one goes far. That one goes far. Sorry, everybody. That one goes far. Someone died. Alright, hold on. Let me get over here. We'll regroup. Both of my bridge officers are down. Now, let's... Did you teleport into the rocks? Yes, you did. Why did you do that? There we go. There you go. Both set up your medical generators. Alright, moving back.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Big monster! Very big!
Yeah, very, very big.
I'm pretty sure I know what made those marks in the ice now.
Probably. You are now attracted to me. You do not wish to harm me. There we go. Take out the big one so that the anaphasic entity can become
I
it.
hope none of those come to visit the cave.
Oh, there's some meat for us. Seem to be all good, though. All right. So we went out looking for materials.
Honey, I'm home.
Very funny.
Oh, good. Wait till you see what I've done with the cave.
Alright, here's your materials. We did not go searching for food. I'm going to assume someone else did.
What you got there? Magnesite? Ah, indium. We can use that. I'll take those off your hands. Indium can give us some power. Just don't loiter around it. It's radioactive. I can probably use the magnesite to make some explosive charges. You know, just in case.
Sounds good.
Explosives. In a cave like this. That's not one of your best ideas, Kirby. Even if we don't collapse it on our heads, we'd probably trap ourselves. We'd be stuck. Unless we could burn a new way out with our phasers.
You have a point.
Sealing off the cave entrance and finding another way out is superior to being devoured by those ice creatures you mentioned. Put the explosive near the tunnel entrance. See if you can rig up a remote detonator. Better to have the option and not need it than to need it and not have it.
Very true.
I should have just enough parts to make a short-range radio detonator for the explosives. I can work on that while someone else sets up these canisters. With the magnesium as an accelerant, and some of the gelled thruster fuel from the shuttle, they'll go up once a charge is applied to them.
I'll install the explosives. Alrighty then. That doesn't seem like the cave entrance. Alright. Let's talk with Patil.
Glad to see you made it back in one piece. Judging by the looks on your faces, you didn't come back empty-handed. That's good news. Come and have a seat, Ellen. Got a reasonably smooth rock, nice and heated up for you.
We found some useful materials, yes.
Looks like the best rock in the house, too. Thanks, Onion. You're always looking out for me. Okay, let's talk next steps. Kerwin, we're gonna need that transmitter real soon. We've bought a little time, but not much. This cold's not going anywhere, and neither are the Klingons.
All good points. Time's not on our side here.
You're not wrong, but consider. We survived the Klingon ambush, and a crash landing, and those things that tried to eat us, whatever the hell they were. The captain's still with us, and we have each other. Remember, we're Starfleet. We can't give in to despair. When times are worst, that's when we need to rise to our best.
You're right. We can't let these hardships grind us down.
Agreed. Let's not lose sight of what matters the most here. Okay, everyone, get some rest. I know I'm... Please tell me we have some more of that moss around. I need to pad out my thermal bag. It's keeping me warm, but this cave floor is doing a number on my back.
Think we can manage something, Commander? Alright, let's go to sleep. Day 3. Alright, speaking with Kerwin.
I think we're in business here. The distress beacon's operational. It actually works. I mean, it's ugly and full of hacks, but we can send out a distress signal with the beacon now.
Excellent work.
Hold on. If we use the beacon, won't the Klingons receive the signal too? If they're still trying to find us, they'll know exactly where we are once we turn that on. This coast will be calling the Klingons sooner than any of us would like.
Is there any way to mask the signal?
None, unfortunately. We turn it on, and it'll be out there for all to see, friend and foe alike. We're hoping that Federation ships at Pryor's World will hear it and respond before the Klingons do. It's a risk, but one we need to think about taking soon.
We'll need to be ready for the Klingon response as well.
Agreed. They know we crashed. And unless they gave up the chase, they're still out there. And they will come running the moment they detect this beacon. Count on it. So, we need to be ready to deal with them. And buy ourselves enough time for Starfleet to get here and extract us from this godforsaken ice ball.
The cave's pretty defensible.
To a point. They'll eventually bottle us in and use grenades or chemicals. We have to make it too costly for them to hunt us down. Catch them before they catch us. Ambush them.
Risky, but we know the terrain.
Here's the plan. They'll beam down at the shuttle wreckage and start searching from there. Their teams will eventually track our route, so we hit them on the way. We'll ambush them at the snowdrifts, then fall back, fighting our way towards the cave. Make them pay for every meter. We don't have to stop them, just slow them down long enough for Starfleet to reach us.
Tracking that much fire is risky, but I don't have a better idea.
Let's take position by the fumaroles and make the Klingons come to us.
Alright. There's not enough of this story for a second episode, so we're just gonna keep going and finish this one off. Second episode. Third episode, I should say.
Remember, the Klingons can be beaten. Meet them with strength. Seize every opportunity. Give no quarter. Fight hard and fight to win.
Yeah, we kind of have to switch to a distance-related weapon. Oh boy. Forgot about these things.
Jackal Masters. They're hunting us.
Yeah, the Mastiffs. So, you are not the masters of this domain. And you never will be. Oh, here comes some more.
We should get to high ground and try to hunt. Catch them in the rough terrain.
You got it. Oops. It's too early about going up. Going down here. There it is. This is the trail we need to use. And we have the high ground at the funerals. Ambush
Get
positions.
behind cover. They'll be here any second. Everyone in position.
Ready.
Affirmative.
I see them.
Wait for my signal. Let's give him hell.
Here we go. Oh. It's like, why can't I move? It's because I fired something.
Keep up the pressure.
Now notice they will run into that scalding hot mud. It's part of our plan to get rid of them. Okay, yeah. My turrets don't seem to be doing much of anything right now.
Keep firing. Hold the line.
Of course, somebody got behind us. Good job, Kerwin. But you need to get down.
That was close. You alright?
Get down.
Too late. Kerwin's gone.
Kerwin's down!
Fall back toward the cave.
They're homing in on our signal. Head toward the cave before they flank us.
Alright, so we're heading back toward the cave.
Keep moving! We'll dig out on the hillside by the rocks.
Okay, there's some Klingon warriors that got behind us. Summon all the things, and then start fighting with your melee weapons. Why were you guys so far ahead of everybody?
Go back to the cave. We can't let them reach Lorca.
We won't last long out here, even in cover. The cave's gonna be our best option soon. The rest of you should be ready to fall back to the camp. When that happens, I'll dig in here and cover your retreat.
Negative, Ensign. We can't afford to lose anyone else.
It's a sound tactic. If something goes wrong, you're gonna want someone watching your back. Keep the PEV in reserve in case you need to withdraw. Think like a Klingon. Consider every weapon at your disposal.
I'll make sure you have the time you need. Keep the captain safe. Tell my family what happened here. Tell them I fought for them. And for the Federation.
Good luck, Ensign. Alright, we're leaving him to die. So, we lost the Baran. We're now losing basically...
Which one of you wants to die first? Where's the Klingons who how to fight?
I give you a warrior's death, Andorian. It is better than theirs.
Dang. I'm gonna summon my friend here. We're back.
Since you're back, I assume that the Klingons are on their way. Give me a phaser. I'll be damned if I go down without a fight.
Sure, sure, Captain. Good luck. Alright, once again, this is probably better fought with laser weapons. Yeah, they got pretty far in, didn't they?
You! Car, House Mokai. I am gonna kill you!
It seems I have you cornered. Enjoy this time as a prisoner of the Empire. My troops will deal with you. Got it, troop!
Alrighty then. Ah, anaphasic entity. He's on our side. Alright, I guess we're just gonna let them deal with this. There we go. Seems like a losing battle.
They smell blood. They won't stop now.
I think it's time we use those explosives, Chief.
Do it! Seal off the entrance! Damn!
I know that look. What's wrong?
Kerwin had it.
What?
Kerwin had the remote detonator.
Make another one then.
No parts. We used everything we had.
Give me options, Commander.
Yeah, running a little short on those, Captain.
Can we shoot it to set it off?
No way. We just fry the whole package.
And there it is. She's made the decision.
Something with a tricorder then.
Maybe? I don't know.
What the hell?
What are you doing? Come back!
This is the only way. Has to be done manually.
Wait! No! No, you can't!
I love you, Ellen. Always. Always.
Only 2 surviving members of the Baran. Wow, that face in the background is just the worst.
Can you hear me? Amna?
Landry!
Amna, tell me where you are!
Come back!
Commander! We need to get moving.
No, I'm not leaving without her.
She's gone, Commander. On your feet, soldier. Do not let her sacrifice be in vain.
Sir, that back wall is mostly ice frozen over the course of many seasons of runoff. We should be able to melt through it with a phaser. A medium setting will generate a lot of vapor that will give a clean bore. Better than waiting around for those Klingons. Yep. Melt back wall. Easy enough. Escape out the back. Alright. Into the cold again.
Damn. It'll take a while for the Klingons to make it through the rockfall. Let's make sure we're ready when they do.
We don't seem to have many options left.
Dead end. Give me options, people.
Photon grenades. Breaking through.
Klingons don't give up the chase easily.
Let them come. I'll take as many of them with me as I can.
Lorca here?
Captain Lorca, thought we'd lost you.
Not from lack of trying. My people and I need immediate extraction.
Ask and ye shall receive, Captain.
Yay!
To leave when you are.
Only two survived the Baran. Sometime later. Discovery.
Personal log. Commander Ellen Landry. She's been gone for months. And every day I'm reminded of her. I even have her job now. Chief of Security. I took it to honor her. To continue her work. To keep people safe. The captain's recovered from his injuries. Mostly. His eyes don't handle the light very well. But like me, he forges on. This war, the Klingons, they've taken so much from us both. From me, for the captain, only duty remains.
Long-range sensors are picking up Klingon raiders in this sector. Ready for a little payback?
Always.
I'm glad they focused a little bit on her more than anything else. They didn't really give her much of a backstory in the Discovery series.
Fighting honorably against rising odds, under extreme conditions. A true test for a warrior. Perhaps the Atlas will learn what it means to be Klingon from your efforts today. You see how Ja'ula and her Mokai fanatics fight, yes? She'll throw every one of her warriors into battle to get what she wants, no matter what. Ruthless, but also reckless. It may be her undoing. Starfleet considers the fate of Commander Landry to be a cautionary tale. Typical. I see her as a true warrior, one who understood duty to her captain and crew, willing to fight for them to the end. She would have made an excellent Klingon.
Indeed she would have.
Serve the Empire well.
Alright, what's the next mission?
The arrival of House Mokai forces is a problem. Ja'ula is dangerous. Left unchecked, she could sow unrest in the Empire, even rebellion. There's a simulation I want you to study. You'll face Ja'ula in battle. Get an idea on how she thinks and fights. You might be facing the real thing soon enough, and I want you to be ready if that happens. This needs to end. And soon. Kapla.
Alrighty then.
Serve
So one more simulation fight. see, we're definitely gonna do that. Everything else we can get rid of. Alright, gaming, thank you so much for joining me today, and as always, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel out when you do that. And as I always like to say at the end of these videos, don't get assassinated!